Welcome to week 123, Mind Your Business Inclusivity. Inclusivity begins with cognitive diversity. Is your business networking inclusive? Last week, I opened our monthly topic of conversation with inclusivity and the question, can we as human beings truly be unbiased? This week, I'd like to distill inclusivity to focus on cognitive diversity, specifically within business. Spoiler alert, our default mode is biased. This can be especially true if you operate from the limbic system. You make critical decisions through an unconscious mind that ripples through your business and ultimately out into the world. More on that next week in Manage Your Mind. This week, we're minding our business. As entrepreneurs, we're often the first or only people at the table of conversation about what to do next in our business. By default, we reach out to connect through a like-minded entrepreneurial community for guidance in making decisions because only talking to ourselves will not support our desire for progress. When you add that we live in a digital world, our algorithm feeds us content about how we define ourselves and the boxes we've checked. I see quite a few women in the entrepreneurial space networking, which I value, but that's not a diverse space. Oh, you silly algorithm feeding me women in business because I identify as a woman in business. I see you, Meta, and I'm tired of your bias too. It's time to step out of our comfort zone of like-minded entrepreneurs and into a diverse space of varying beliefs, opinions, and experiences. The outcome improves our success when we surround ourselves with different levels of life or business experience, varying opinions, and knowledge. Gender, race, and age are not the only components of diversity. It's also about embracing different ways of thinking and solving problems. When we expose ourselves to cognitive diversity, we gain new perspectives. We learn new ideas and opportunities that can teach us something about ourselves and the business we run. There are 8.1 billion brains out there. I identify as a woman, and I honor the fight that women have made to gain the right to vote, have their own credit card, and make decisions over their bodies. Okay, so we have some more work to do here. But only spending time in a room full of women for the sake of them being women isn't inclusive. There are women I disagree with, and it's important to consider their perspective. When you encounter a person who deeply believes that their experiences, beliefs, and opinions are the only correct ways to view things, cognitive diversity is lacking. We need to value cognitive diversity to achieve tangible improvements in revenue, innovation, and change. In the past, we did the best we could with the information that we had. As women, we had to push societal boundaries to create spaces by and for women. Now we know this approach is a mirrored patriarchal approach. It's time to push those boundaries again. If we're truly ready to transform our society to be inclusive, it can't be saying we're inclusive and not acting that way as we move through our lives and our businesses. Over the years, I've grown closer to defining my values as seeking a room full of like-hearted individuals, a place where I see a human for how their heart moves through the world from a place of purpose, generosity, and inclusion, regardless of race, religion, creed, national origin, ancestry, age, gender, sexual orientation, marital, income, or disability. It's time to consciously move to a place where it doesn't matter to our brains what body form that comes in. From this more inclusive perspective, I've better understood who I am, who I serve, and who I want to be. This has ripple effects on my business, community, and ultimately the world. I don't have all the answers, and I'm unsure if my approach is truly inclusive. I'm doing the best I can with the information I have, and I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone, start a conversation, and grow as a human. We still have a lot of work to do. This week, I encourage you to reflect on where you spend time nurturing connections in your life and business. Who are you surrounded by? Does it align with who you want to be? Is it a space where everyone feels seen, heard, and included? Is it safe to consider different perspectives or the opposite of your personal default mode? Do you feel included? And what might be causing you to feel that way? Is it from a place of inclusivity or from your comfort zone? Is it supporting your desire to grow as a person in business that operates from a meaningful, kind-hearted space? By taking mindful and proactive steps to foster inclusion and cognitive diversity in our networking practices, we can create spaces that embrace diverse perspectives and lead us all to innovation and success. I'd love to share what you may have noticed in the reflection of those questions.